Time now for the Morning Rush. We're learning more details about the teens who tried to save two people in a Rio Rancho house fire. The 18-year-old Tevon Brown and a friend called 911 before trying to help anyone who might have been inside. 25-year-old Josiah Inventor and 26-year-old Clarissa Bradfield were found dead inside. State fire marshals and state police are now helping to investigate.
A judge is declaring a mistrial for a suspected serial rapist. The jury could not reach a verdict in the latest trial of Eli Croniker yesterday. Now, he is accused of misrepresenting himself online to lure a 17-year-old girl to his home, then raping her at gunpoint in 2013. The defense is arguing that the girl lied to cover up her consensual relationship with an older man. The jury deadlocked on the rape and kidnapping charges.
The FBI is asking for your help in arresting another serial bank robber, this time in Espanola. The man accused of holding up the WAFED at Riverside and Fairview around 1:30 yesterday afternoon was seen wearing a distinctive orange and black hoodie. The feds say they believe he robbed the same bank on March 2nd.
Well, this morning we are sharing more details on an Albuquerque red light runner who led police on a chase, reaching speeds of 115 miles an hour. Last month, police say that an officer pulled over 41-year-old Patrick Bentecue. They say that he led police on a 65-mile chase. Bentecue is charged with a third DWI and the chase, as well as possession of burglary tools. Madison.
Parts of western New Mexico are going to see some showers and even some mountain snow by this afternoon. The other half could see damaging wind gusts up to 60 miles an hour, and that's just the beginning. Two more systems are on the way. Crystal?
New details are emerging in the deputy-involved shooting that left one man dead in Chavez County. That shooting took place Sunday night at a dairy near the Eddy County line, according to the New Mexican. The undersheriff says that a fight between the suspect and two deputies broke out. The undersheriff says tasers were initially used, but the man continued to fight, and that's when he was fatally shot.
The Las Vegas City School District is now being sued this morning by a former high school volleyball coach who says that she was fired for speaking up about coaches harassing female students. Stacy Fulgenzi says that she was fired in 2019 after reporting alleged verbal harassment of students and being accused of mishandling school funds. We reached out to the district for comment but have not heard back.
3 days of negotiations between Ukrainian and Russian delegations began today in Turkey. After more than a month of war, Ukrainian officials are hoping a ceasefire can come from this round of talks. Previous negotiations have opened up temporary corridors for civilians to escape.
This morning, a new study says that I-40 is the deadliest road in New Mexico. A 2-year study by Money Geek says that 24 people died along that corridor between 2017 and 2019. The DOT is looking at a proposal now to widen the interstate from Albuquerque to Arizona. Madison.
Today is going to be the most impactful of the storms we'll see this week, bringing in potentially damaging winds, rain, snow, and even thunderstorms. Crystal?
Albuquerque Mayor Tim Keller has vetoed the repeal of the Clean Green Retail Ordinance, which means it goes back to City Council. 6 of the 9 councilors voted for the repeal earlier this month, which is enough to override the mayor's veto. The issue will go back in front of the council next week.
Walmart says that some of its stores will end the sale of cigarettes and other tobacco products. Stores in California, Florida, Arkansas, and here in New Mexico will no longer sell cigarettes or those other tobacco products, saying that they will instead use the space that they were previously sold in more efficiently.
This morning, the state is asking for help to preserve a historic Albuquerque cemetery. The Fairview Cemetery at Yale and Cesar Chavez is the resting place for nearly 500 veterans. Many of the gravestones are becoming eroded. Officials are hoping to look for volunteers to join a cleanup this Saturday. We have details on our website.
All right, let's go ahead and get a look at your morning traffic commute. Again, police still on scene right there, directing traffic near the crime scene at Candelaria near I-25. Definitely avoid that area if your morning commute takes you through there. Meanwhile, you're looking at some traffic backing up right there on eastbound I-40 from our Big Eye Cam. Give yourself plenty of time to get to work.
Finally, this half hour, Ukrainian blacksmith is finding a new way to repurpose discarded weaponry. Viktor Mikalev says that he searches his area for any material related to fighting and is turning them into rose sculptures. When the war ends, he hopes to turn his sculptures into an exhibit to represent the bravery and the strength of the Ukrainian people.
Now for the 5 facts.
And number 5, students at La Cueva High School, they helped make a dream come true for one Make-A-Wish child. That's through fundraising events like raffles and passing the bucket at sporting events. Now, students collected $6,000 for the Make-A-Wish recipient, Aaliyah. Aaliyah's wish was for a shopping spree with a trip to Target and some online purchases. Students presented the check to executives from Make-A-Wish yesterday. That was in front of the entire student body.
On to number 4 now. The state is asking for your help to preserve a historic Albuquerque cemetery. The Fairview Cemetery at Yale and Cesar Chavez is the resting place for nearly 500 veterans, some dating all the way back to the Spanish-American and Civil Wars. However, recently, Fairview has become a haven for the homeless, and many of the gravestones are already eroding away. Now the Department of Veterans Services is looking for volunteers to join a cleanup effort this Saturday. If you would like to join, we have details at alwaysonkrqe.com.
At number 3, the first of 3 storm systems this week moves through today, bringing strong winds, rain, and snow to areas of the state. Things will calm down by this coming weekend.
On to number 2 now. The Las Vegas City School District is being sued this morning by a former high school volleyball coach who says that she was fired for speaking up about coaches harassing female students. Stacy Fulgenzi says that in April of 2019, female athletes on the tennis team at Robertson High School told her they were being verbally harassed. Fulgenzi says that she notified district administrators, and 3 weeks later, she was demoted and moved to the middle school. Then in November of 2019, she was fired after being accused of not depositing the money from a school fundraiser into a district account within 24 hours, something her attorney is calling bogus. We did reach out to the district for comment. We've yet to hear back. If you want to see more on her story, go to our website. That's alwaysonkrqe.com.
And at number 1, we are learning more details about the teens who tried to save 2 people in Rio Rancho. That was from a house fire. 18-year-old Tavon Brown and a friend, they took a detour on their way home early Sunday morning. It's when they noticed the flames taking over a home near Unser and Southern. Well, Brown says that they immediately called 911 and tried to help anyone who might have been in the house at the time, but it was too late. Once firefighters made it inside, they found 25-year-old Josiah Inventor and 26-year-old Clarissa Bradfield dead. The state's fire marshal's office, as well as the state police fire investigator, are now helping with that investigation.